We have all been there, where it feels like we just don't have enough motivation. We need a little bit of a picker-upper. How can we get to the next level? On today's episode, we're going to interview one of our own business development reps and find out how he was able to get the motivation that he needed to increase his sales performance. You're going to love this one too. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another great episode of the Sales Evangelist podcast here on TSE TV on YouTube. I am your host, Donald Kelly, the Sales Evangelist, and I'm so excited for another great episode. I'm so excited to be here with you today. And on this episode today, we're going to interview one of our team members. His name is Aaron Conjelado. And Aaron, he's one of our business development reps, and Aaron has been in the role with our team for about, probably say about 8 months. He comes with some experience, but coming from another country and coming to the United States and trying to get going in sales, there's a little bit of a learning curve there. And Aaron faced that, and it was difficult, and it actually set him back just a little bit. I remember seeing the talent and the capabilities that he had, and then after he started and was going through and hit this rough spell, I saw how it deflated, how he was deflated, and we were able to work together and help him to get back up and going. Now, as Aaron and I had this conversation, I figured, many of you probably fall in that same boat, and especially as we're going into the new year, maybe you had a rough 2020. 2021 doesn't have to be that way. Listen to Aaron's experience as we dive into the conversation and see how you can relate and how you can take the principles he shared and apply it to start building your sales motivation. Aaron, welcome to the show. Good to have you.
Thank you, Donald.
I mean, you're already part of the show, it seems like, because you're a business development rep with the Sales Evangelist. So grateful for that. And we get a chance to see you every day in the office when we do meet in person. But Aaron, tell us a little bit about you. I know you come with a little bit of some sales background. Tell us your sales development side and your experience.
Okay, yeah, sure. Back in the Philippines, probably that's 2007 through 2009, I was an account executive in a advertising company. I spent there for 2 years, and I had a great success though, and I was happy with my experience. And so, I tried to, I would say, venture into different one. It's more on a sales because that's where the money come from in the Philippines. It's a call center, so I tried that one in in a um, a sales that we can sell different stuff that you can see on TV. It's a seen on TV product. So
Oh, nice. So you're one of those guys.
the Flex Seal thing, yeah, we sell that to a lot of folks.
All the things you put between your knees. Oh, the Flex Seal, like the one that
Flex Seal, the
spray it.
spray one, yeah.
And the guy with the boat where he has a mesh at the bottom and you spray it.
Yeah, right. A lot of stuff.
Who did you sell that to?
And
Was that to like consumers, or were you selling it to different companies?
actually to the end consumers, yeah.
Oh,
To
and
the end
consumers.
consumers. Yep.
Oh, wow. So they would call in and speak to you.
Yes, and vice versa. So there are outbounds and inbounding.
Oh, wow.
So, but most that we're doing, we are calling them.
Yeah.
We're calling and selling them the product.
So, and then I remember when I first met you, you mentioned some of these experiences, and I thought, this would be great. I think you come with some of this knowledge, and I feel that you could do well. I saw something in you, and obviously you still see it because you're still here with us.
Thanks.
But there was a time I remember when you first started, and I think everyone has this challenge where, at one point in their life, we find ourselves going into difficult circumstances where we're just not as motivated, or we want to increase our motivation and we don't know how. Now, I remember you were doing some outsourced business development for one of our clients, and at that time you started off doing okay. Let's start off there. Tell me, what were your thoughts now that you were coming stateside and you're doing business
Mhm.
development outbound stateside? Was there some things there that held your confidence back, or that that caused you to not be as motivated initially?
Yeah, there was. Let me go back when the time I came here in US, because to be honest, I'm just like 1 point, almost turning 2 years here in US,
Yeah,
and in those span of 2 years, I haven't like talked to salespeople, and I would say I got rusty.
yeah,
And COVID-19 hit us, so that's really like you can't go out and talk to people. You
yeah,
you have to secure yourself. And so because of that thinking and also circumstances, my confidence really like it's very low that I would like, can I really do this? I'm
mm,
starting to doubt my capacity, my ability, and many other things.
yeah. What were some of those other things you were doubting?
My skills,
Yeah,
do I really good at it?
yeah.
Can I really speak to this kind of person? Can they really understand me, even even I have a thick accent? So, some sort of that things.
So that started getting into your head, where you're thinking, one, do I even have the confidence to do this? Two, do I even have the skills to do this
Yeah,
anymore? Three, can these people even understand me? Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? Like you
that's
had all
right.
of these things that were going on. How so with that? Did you see the difference in your sales performance? Did you started to see? Did it affect your sales performance?
Oh yeah. Um, it was real low. I mean, if I would talk to my past Aaron, like in call center, because I earned distinct awards,
Yeah,
like for in T-Mobile, in as seen on TV. I've been awarded in for hitting goals, and I
yeah,
was consistent. I'm reliable there, but experiencing this kind of, I would say, really low performance, it's really like shrink me. So yeah, that's kind of feeling. So it's really like low performance because of thoughts, bad
so
thoughts.
those and I know where you're coming from with that. When I first started doing sales, I had that feeling like I wasn't qualified enough to talk to executives. Like what did I have to offer to someone who has 20, 30 years of running an organization? What am I going to tell them as a sales rep to help them with their business? And I've just felt like I couldn't hang at their level. And it affected the way I perform. And I can tell you that, Aaron, I don't know if this affected you in the same way. I remember seeing you in that vein, and I remember we had discussions, but it caused me to it did cause me to doubt if I did choose the right career field, if I did select the right area to go into sales, the right job. And I also thought, well, maybe I just wasn't cut out for it. And then I personally just, I don't know, I just felt deflated when I went to work and I saw other people doing well, but I wasn't doing well. And it was just like, dang it.
I can feel that. I experienced that because I have this a good teammate. He's really good, and I was just. It seems that I was so starting compared to him. I mean,
Yeah.
he's so good.
So you started to compare, and that comparison, we all know where it leads to. But we know you made a shift, and this is where people are thinking right now. People are the ones who are having listening to this episode, and they're thinking, well, I've been in situations where maybe I just don't feel as motivated. I can relate to that. How did you start making a change in your mind to say, I want to get motivated? I need to increase my motivation. I need to increase my why. What started to happen? Walk me through that process.
Sure, one of the things that I ponder, I realize you have to face reality. This is your current situation. If you were good back then, that's past. This is what you are right now. You're up. So you have to find a way on how to increase,
Mm,
to perform. So one of the things that I did, I admitted it to myself, and secondly, you are my coach. Finding a coach,
yeah.
to a mentor that would really help you, and discuss with him your plan. And one of the things that I did, and then listen, try to listen and get as much as you can from your mentor,
Mm,
and find a way on how you apply it. Practice role playing, reading script, um, internalizing what you're selling,
mm.
your script if you have one. That's what one of the things that I did.
How did you internalize the script? I remember seeing you do some stuff, but some of our folks here listening, they didn't see you. So what did you do? Was it just at work?
Yeah, well, I practice alone. I mean, even in our house, like even in bathroom before I sleep, I really practice out loud. I wanna hear myself enunciate, on how, and then I'm trying to formulate on how to rebut any objections. That's one of the things that I did.
Yeah. Now I remember seeing, and here's one of the things that I saw too. Well, besides, so let's go back and recap. One, you recognized that this was, you had your past situation. This was a current reality. This is where I'm at.
Hmm.
I gotta
Right.
accept it, and then you have to accept that I'm not doing well. I can't blame
Hmm.
anybody else. Just make it happen. And you owned it. You admitted to yourself that you needed to do better. You recognize that, and then you got a coach, obviously. So you got me. So
Hmm.
working with you through that, and then the final piece was that you started to you did some things on your own. You didn't just wait till come to work. You practice at home. You practice in the shower. You said you
Yeah.
practice everywhere you went. You did some practicing. From all of that you did, all of that work that you put in, what were the results? What started to happen?
It's like a magic. It started to. It
It is,
started
right?
that. Yeah. It has a magic. I'm starting to believe myself that I have this capacity given the experiences that I have back in the Philippines. So um, then from their confidence, I'm now communicating with the prospect, and it's now getting effective. Um, I'm I sold many things like appointments, or I should say, our product,
Yeah.
and I was happy that seeing the results, and it motivates me. And also, before I forget, I'm one of those person who's really competitive,
Yeah.
like in basketball, in performances. Yeah, I'm a competitor.
Yeah. And that's why I think it's a great attribute, and I love it. Um, and I remember the time. I'm not sure if you remember this. Somebody told me once that luck. There's no such thing as luck. Luck, however, is the intersection where hard work meets opportunity. It's not that you just
Wow.
get lucky randomly, but you have where hard work meets opportunity. So thinking about it in that vein, you started to get lucky a lot. And I think it was because of your hard work paying off. Do you remember that one company? Because on average, we were trying to get, like, you guys were trying to, for this client, schedule, I think it was like about 10 appointments per week, somewhere around there.
Yeah, yeah, five, or yeah, two, 10 for two of us. Yeah.
Yeah, so 10 appointments you guys were trying to schedule. And then, or yeah, these jobs that they did. And then that one client that you got a hold of, how many did they have? The one in Miami? I can't remember that huge one.
Oh, I think 28.
28. So
28.
you all killed it almost three times the
Yeah.
jobs that you guys were trying to get done. And all it came back down to from looking at it was all that hard work, all that sacrifice, all the time you put in. Then it led to those opportunity. You were able to get to the right prospect. You were able to, you stayed, you didn't just quit at the end of the, right away. You were making sure that you went all the way through. And I think those are the things, like, success brews success. When it comes to getting motivated, I love those things that you shared. And I think ultimately it came back down to you had a purpose, like you had a reason. And most people don't see this, but when I walk in, I give everyone a picture frame when they come on the team, and you put a picture of your wife on that. You and a picture of you and your wife.
Yeah.
And then I noticed on your desk as well, you also had something else with your affirmations, right? With a picture of what your little mini vision board, so to speak, on your desk. And I noticed that, and for me, it showed me that there was a purpose deeper inside, and that's what made you made this switch, like you were saying, and you started to do the work, and then you started to see the magic, and then you started to see the result. And I just feel that's success brew more success. When you're confident, you get more motivated, and you're more inspired to keep going. Am I off on that? Is that something that you?
I'm totally agree with that. Thank you.
Yeah. So if some folks are listening to this and they feel like they need a little picker upper, they need to get that boost, how do you recommend that somebody go back to your situation? How do you recommend they get that that motivation, that drive, like you eventually got? What would you give them to start finding that?
Well, know your current situation, admit it,
Hmm.
and then you should have whys. Why you are doing this? What's your purpose behind doing something? And yeah, basically, yeah, that's two. The
Those,
the the purpose behind it, yeah, of doing something.
so one, recognize your current situation, admit it, and
Mhm.
then two, having a purpose or a why.
Yep.
Love it, man. Well, Aaron, I appreciate you, and your success right now it's great, and I'm excited for the bright future that you have ahead here with TSE, and just everything that you're doing. But if listeners out there want to get connected with you, how should they connect with you?
Well, you can type like search me in LinkedIn, Aaron.con. I just yeah, Aaron Conjelado. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And then I'll put your email address as well in the show notes.
Oh
So
yeah, please.
Aaron at thesalesevangelist.com, so you can get a chance to connect with him. Aaron, thank you so much. Appreciate you and appreciate your dedication and hard work.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Donald.
Anytime, my brother. Listen, that was Aaron Conjelado. If you want to go ahead and connect with him, you can find him on LinkedIn. I also put a link down below so you can get a chance to connect with him there. You can also email him at aaron@thesalesevangelist.com. Aaron's doing fabulous now on the team, and I'm proud of him and I'm proud of what he's doing. I highly recommend you, if you find yourself in the same situation, practice some of the things Aaron just taught. Figure out what's your why. Admit to yourself, recognize that the situation you're in is not right, and make a decision to make the change. Once you can do that, magic, as he said, could happen to you. I always want to help you all. I want you to succeed. I want you to find more of those ideal customers. This is why I recommend the partners and sponsors who sponsor our show. Their tools are absolutely amazing, and I use them, and I want you to use them and see the success as well. I want you to be able to find, know what to say when you reach out to those people when you actually find them. I want you to be able to close more deals. But most importantly, I want to challenge you each and every single day to go out and do big things. Thanks so much for watching. Hey, thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video today. If you enjoyed the content, I ask you to go ahead and hit that like button, that thumbs up at the bottom right-hand corner. Also, to make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. This way, we'll keep you up to date with all the latest sales strategies, latest tools, and things that are going to help you to not only find more prospects, but to close more deals. Thanks so much.